Welcome back. This is lesson 4 of our series on differentiation. Last time we met, we looked at differentiation from first principles, and we differentiated a function x squared. So for today, our question is differentiate x cubed from first principles. Okay, here what you do, we said you let the function f of x, of course this is y, to be x power 3. So if f of x is x power 3 and we add small h, smaller value, this implies that the function is going to change h power 3. Okay, so now if we are to get the gradient, we remember we said that the process of finding the gradient of a curve is the process of differentiation. Now we use that basic to get the differentiation or the grad of x power 3 from first principles. So we get the grad, which is changing y over changing x, delta y over delta x. As remember, we said the limit, if we introduced a smaller h, this smaller h should be limited to tend to 0. It tends to 0. So this one is going to become the change in y. In this case, it is x plus h power 3 minus x power 3 divided by the change in x. In this case, it is x plus h minus x. Okay, then we go to another step. We have okay, that is the step we have up. So delta y over delta x is going to become limit as h tends to 0. If I'm to change this one, remember we can use Pascal's triangle. To easily get that 3, 3, 1. So we can use Pascal's triangle. It implies that this one is going to become x power 3, the coefficient is 3, x squared h, okay, plus the coefficient is 3, x h squared, okay, plus h power 3, okay, minus x power 3 divided by x plus h minus x, which becomes x plus h minus x. Let's first write it that way. Okay, then we have delta y over delta x equaling to x power 3 minus x power 3. It cancels. We remain with 3x squared h plus 3x squared plus h power 3 divided by h. X cancels and we remain with h. Remember, we limit h to tend to a 0. Delta y over delta x is going to become h can cancel because it is common up and down, so we can remove h and we remain with 3x squared plus 3x plus h. Sorry, there is some h here, h plus h power 3. Okay, I don't know whether it is clear there. Okay, so h goes, remember, limit as h tends to 0. Then we state our statement that as h tends to 0, delta y over delta x tends to dy dx, and the dy dx is going to become, so as h tends to 0, it implies that this one is tending to 0, so this whole value tends to 0. Don't write a 0 there. Know it that if this is tending to 0, the whole of this value tends to a 0, plus if this value is tending to a 0, h is tending to 0, the whole of that value is tending to 0. It implies I'm going to remain with 3x squared. So this is differentiation from first principles. Therefore, the grad of x power 3 from first principles is going to give us 3x squared. I'll give you a simple exercise. Exercise is a exercise for serious students. Differentiate root of x from first principles. Very easy. Please try it out and see whether you have learned. Oh, you can call this one easy exercise. I will not read that word, but I prefer this easy exercise for serious students, or you can call it easy exercise. Okay, so try it out and let's meet for another video. Thank you very much for watching.